I'll skew up again. I'll give you a little short guide here on the runes. I say Grasp versus melee champions that I need to win early. Or this is to like have much power early. It is stronger than Conqueror because you also heal. It's better for short trades. Because you can also pair it with Demolish, which is good if you're winning early. Because then you can get plates early. Then you also have the option of either Bone Plating or Second Wind. 2 good early game runes. Second Wind helps you if you're only going for those short trades in and out all the time. This is good for like one big fight and then you go out. I tend to just go Second Wind because I like to just go with Q, go in, do my thing. They do a little damage to me, then I go out. That little damage they dealt, perfect for Second Wind. It helps you heal it up back up. And then it's just up to these 3. You never go unflinching. That rune is ass. Revitalize doesn't do anything for Garen, so always go fucking Overgrowth. Just don't even think about the other options. Then, the secondary runes. I like to go, or like the options are really up to these 3. Domination, don't ever go it, it's ass. These, like, don't do anything for Garen. Maybe the out of combat movement speed could be nice. But don't even think about this rune. Here, Triumph is like a win more rune. I wouldn't go it. It's only good if you're already going the Conqueror tree or like that precision tree in like the main tree. These other 2 kind of stink. Don't go the attack speed. That doesn't do anything for you. Your E is not going to get more spins. Ability haste is decent, but only if you go the Conqueror, because then you want to stay in the fight for longer. And then you want to fight, get your spells up back sooner, and then you can fight more. Lifesteal, never go lifesteal, you have your passive for that. Last stand is you deal more damage when you are low HP. It's kinda decent, but I always just go cut down, it's much better. It helps you get them to the ult threshold. I should actually have declined, hopefully. Yeah. Actually cancel it. Coup de Gras, never go Coup de Gras. Your champion is not good for deal more damage to low health enemy champions. You're gonna ult them anyways, and this does not increase your ult damage, so this just stinks. Always go that. And then Sorcery. Mana Flow Band, can't ever do that. That stinks. Doesn't help you. Action Arcanist, new rune. It's good versus melee bruisers or tanks, or just people that you only are able to kill with your ult. Let's say Cassante. You're never gonna kill Cassante with your normal spells. You're always just gonna ult him every time you kill him. Stuff like Shogath, almost always just gonna ult him. Could be good versus Camille too. You're only gonna kill Camille with your ult, never really just your normal spells. Darius could be good, but again, Darius, you really like the movement speed too, so I'm not sure there. Transcendence is only good if you have like Conqueror, or you just want to go in and out a couple of, or you want to have fights where the ability haste actually helps you. So you want to use your spells off cooldown all the time. Usually, Garen doesn't want that. He wants to go in, use all his spells, go out, but while his spells are coming back off cooldown, Garen stays out of combat because he wants his passive to keep on going. So ability haste, not the best. It's only good for like all lanes where just barely get 2 spells off. I'd much rather go Celerity. It helps you move around, is exactly what Garen wants to do. Absolute Focus can be good. It gives you some extra damage. It's nice for those late game like one-shots. But if you're going for the late game, I just go movement speed. Movement speed is broken. Scorch is really good for when you're trying to bully your opponent, but only like the first 5 minutes of the game. After that, it kind of falls off. Kind of like Second Wind. Doesn't help you too much late game. Water Walking, don't go it. It's kind of trash. I'll be honest. You get 10 movement speed and some adaptive force while in the river. You're not going to fight in the river that much. So just go either the scaling here of Gathering Storm, or you go early bullying with Scorch. Okay? So something like that could be good. This is good for like early, late, and like everything, as long as it's a bruiser or a tank that you want to kill with your ult. And now lastly, the inspiration tree. Here we have a lot of good runes. Hex Flash, I don't use it that much, but it has some potential, okay? It has some potential. I haven't fiddled around with it too much, but don't think it's a bad rune because I don't take it. Instead, just think about how you can use it. It's a good little fun rune you can like flash over walls with and stuff. I, of course, always preach and speak about how good magical footwear is. You get free boots. You don't have to spend your money on boots. You can instead spend it on damage and like tankiness. Garen usually struggles with like one-shotting someone. So if you don't have to spend money on boots, you can instead just spend the money on one-shotting people. Then boots are really good. Like that's just... You play into what Garen wants to do, basically. Cashback, kind of the same thing, but this is more scaling. Another rune where you get money from. But this doesn't become useful until like the third item or something like that. So I'd almost always go magical footwear over cashback. Triple tonic could be interesting. Mostly the level 6 potion there. When reaching level 6, gain an elixir of force that gives you a lot of extra damage. So if you use that right before you're going in for an all-in, like at level 6, then you're gonna surprise your opponent with the damage. Maybe you're able to kill him. It's kind of flippy, so I tend to avoid it. Time Warp Tonic, it's trash, don't ever use it. Biscuit Delivery is very good if you're able to like bait people on low HP. Garen is kind of good at low HP, because he can bait with first the cookies here, then he can bait with W, then he can also bait with silence. And also, while fighting, his enemy is also going to get lower, and then he can finish with his own ult. So cookies, kind of good rune. That's a pretty good rune. Cosmic Insight, also pretty good rune. What Garen's favorite combo is just flash QER. Garen loves having summoner spells, so this is also a pretty good rune. Approach velocity, sucks, don't ever go with. Jack of all trades, that's also a pretty good rune. What it does is basically, if you have different stats from different categories, for each different stat you have, you gain 1 ability haste. And at 5 different stats, you also gain 10 adaptive force. And then at 10 different stats, you get 25 adaptive force. Kind of confusing, but it's pretty good. It's easy to get the first, like adaptive force at 5 different stats, but then the 10 is kind of hard. I don't use it too much, but it has some untapped power that I haven't started using it. I know Palco loves it. And as for the runes down here, attack speed, doesn't work on your E. Don't go with it, okay? This doesn't work on your E. So it's useless. You can go to haste, but then it's kind of like, then you need to go full haste for that to be worth it. And I'd suggest just go adaptive force. The movement speed can be really good versus ranged champions. I'm not using it as much as I should. Perhaps versus the Gnar, I should have gone the speed thing. Versus ranged champions, you probably should go the speed here. But I always just stick to these. As for the HP, almost always go health scaling. Garen is a scaling champion. There's no real point in going, let's say you go face rush, you go full scaling here, scaling, and then you go scaling, early HP. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. So you just go scaling. If you go scaling runes, you go scaling. But if you go something like Grasp, Demolish, Second Wind, Arcanist, Celerity, and then you go the early rune, that's pretty good. Because now you got early game rune here, early game rune here, early game rune here, and then early game rune here. So now you're playing to win early game. And if you do that, your team is going to be very happy with you. Okay? That's my little explanation of the runes. That's my explanation. Maybe that can be like a little video or something. Maybe this could be uploaded to our channel. Wait, did I talk about face rush even? Bro, I didn't even talk about face rush, did I? I just talked about the small ones. Hey, yo, wait. Let me go back here. Wait, I didn't even talk about conqueror and face rush. Okay. Going back to the runes here. You take face rush for two different reasons. First, it's to survive the early game. You go in, boom, you go out, okay? Super simple. They come and gank you. Oh, you have face rush, boom, you're out. Super safe. You're not really planning on killing your opponent if you have face rush. This is only to survive. You're not really chasing people down with this because you don't have the stats to kill them usually. And then the other reason to go this rune would be late game, where you either, like, people come and gank you again in the side lane, you're split pushing, boom, proc face rush, you're out. Or you're in a team fight and you go in, assassinate someone, but while you do that, you also proc face rush, they're dead, you zoom out with face rush, you're safe. So basically, you get in for free, kill someone, get out for free, because face rush is broken. Those are the two reasons to use face rush. But, okay, yo, face rush sounds broken. Is there some kind of drawback? Yes, there's a drawback. Face rush does nothing for your early game. There's no damage, no health, no healing, nothing. So what do you do if you want to win early game? Well, then I have two options. You can either go conqueror. Conqueror is kind of good. A lot of Koreans like conqueror. They go in, they stack up the entire conqueror with E. E is a very good spell for stacking conqueror. Spins a lot of times. And then you can just continuously beat people because you have a lot of extra stats. Conqueror gives you a lot of extra adaptive force. Plus, also, it gives you healing. When fully stacked, heal for 8% of the damage you deal to champions. Okay? So that's pretty good. But you need to stack it up. Kinda annoying. Let's say you go in with your Q. You start your E. Oh shit. You're playing versus Nar. Oh, he jumps away. You're playing versus Riven. She goes in with EQ and then she Qs away. Damn. You only got 2 spins on your E. And now they're kiting you. They're out. You're playing versus Renekton. You go in. He does his full combo. And then he jumps out with his second E. You can't finish it off. Like, oh, fuck. What I do? My long trades are not working. They're just kiting me. Boom. Then you have Grasp. You go for the short trades. Grasp is a rune that deals damage to the enemies. It heals you. And it gives you max HP. So every time you proc it, you get permanently tankier, which is pretty broken. You get a lot of, like, you can see this as a farming rune as well, like a scaling rune. You just farm up, you get stronger, and then, oh, what the hell? Hey, yo. You get stronger, you farm, you can kind of see it as, oh shit, you're getting HP. What if I convert that HP into gold value? So you would get like, I don't know, 400 gold in the late game from this. Kind of decent. You get like a ruby crystal worth of HP recently, or late game. But you don't really pick it for late game, do you? You pick it for early game. The extra damage you deal, plus the healing you do on like a 5-second cooldown, or 4-second cooldown, is crazy good. You can go in, max Q, have Grasp, boom, you deal extra damage because of Grasp, you also heal, you go out, you hit some minions, oh, Grasp is already up again, oh, you go in with Q, boom, massive damage to them, you heal yourself, and you go out. This is super simple to do. It's very, like, easy gameplay to do. All you do, Q, go in, up, go out. When you have Grasp, you hit them. When you don't, you go out. So those are the keystones you can go. Also, there's some kind of spellbook build. I suggest you don't fiddle around too much with it. But just know that there's a build out there you can go. Okay, there's the rune rundown. Hopefully you're You're happy with that? Can we have all this written down? You can. If you write it down, then you will have it written down. Perfect, eh? Did I talk about how to proc face rush? How to proc face rush. Did we talk about how to proc face rush? Nah, well, people aren't that stupid. Maybe they are, but nah. Need to make clip for people so they don't ask every day. Yeah. Runes. And we need to make a runes command. But there it is. Yep. Well, I'll upload it. I'll upload it somewhere. True, just put some text. I can just put some text. Oh, press EQ Stridebreaker. EQ Ignite. Auto Q Ignite. Auto Q. Auto E Auto. Auto do whatever you want.
Never look back.
Okay, that's the explanation. Exactly, Vicious. Exactly. QE time at Stride, yes sir. Also works with Ignite. So QE Ignite. Or you can just Flash QE Stridebreaker. Then you have Nimbus Cloak speed from Flash. But you also have Q speed because you pressed Q. And then you also have Face Rush speed. Super fast. Okay. There's the little explanation. I hope you liked it. If it wasn't too trash.